Today I'm going to talk about functional soccer training. How many of you in some time in your soccer career had heard about functional training? I'm pretty sure that many of you coaches have used functional training, and this concept was introduced about 13 to 15 years ago. I am sure that at some point in time you have used it with your teams. By understanding it, you will develop well-rounded players. I will explain to you the concept of functional training, how to design a functional training session, and the benefits of functional training. Let's start by doing the most important thing, defining the concept of functional training. What is functional training? Functional training is the use of technical, tactical understanding and conditioning in the same drill, and one single drill at the same time and with many repetitions. What do we want to say by this? Different, probably what most of you also are doing at this moment, training just in a single training session, or just technique, or just tactical movements, or just conditioning. This concept is to incorporate all three elements into your daily training session, and with many repetitions. As you will see in the video, the 4-before transition game is a good example of it, where you will see players passing, movement, that's when they do tactical movements, and when they move, they're running, they're working on their conditioning. Also, another example you will see is the 6v3 video, in which it's a more match-related situation game. Same thing, same concept. You will see players working on the technique, on the tactical movements, on the conditioning. I remember a more well-known coach up in New York, Merlin Villagomez, back in 2000. He was an assistant coach. And the Metro Stars, now the Red Bulls, which I was also an assistant coach. And he came out with the thought that play like you train and train like you play. This thought captures the concept, the real concept of the functional training. We need to look at training as we are watching a real soccer game, and we want to copy that moment, that game situation that happened in a real soccer game, and we want to train that same game situation. And by that, as you know, players use their technique when they pass the ball, when they have to run, is the tactical movement and the conditioning. So it's the concept of looking at the real game match situation and incorporating it in the daily training session and what is functional training. Now that we know what's functional training, we can start learning how to design the functional training session. How do we design a functional training session? There's formats of a training session, or different formats out there. The one that you see that I'm going to show you later on is a typical training session that I use, and it's breakdown in 4 stages, sometimes 3. The warm-up, the match related to 1 goal, the match related to 2 goals, and we end up with a game. The match related stage, it depends on what is your objective of the day. You will use a 1 goal or 2 goals. The most important thing is that we need to focus on what is the objective of the day, of our training session. What do we want to accomplish? We want to improve the passing, we want to improve the dribbling. So once we pick our objective of the training session, we follow the next stages targeting that objective. Let's say we're going to use passing, so we need to improve our passing. Our warm-up, we can use the 4-before game transition that's on the video, the 6v3. That way we are linking our objective with the training session. And as you see, it's going to be technical, tactical, and conditioning training. The next stage is the match related, 6v3, a more bigger field, a 2-1 goal to 2 goals, same concept, technical, tactical, conditioning at the same time incorporated. And at the end, we let the players play the normal game, 11v11, 9v9, 8v8, depends on the age group. So now that after we learn how to design our training sessions, we're now going to see the benefits of the training, of the functional training. The benefits of the functional training is to improve the player's technical, tactical understanding and their conditioning in the single training sessions. Players will get developed more rapidly. You will see the development of the players, the understanding of how to play a real soccer game. How will they improve in a short period of time? So today I have explained to you about functional training. I explained the meaning of functional training, how to design a functional training session, and the benefits of the functional training. Today, in modern soccer, worldwide, we are using functional training in the development of kids up to the professional level. It has been proven to be more beneficial in what we already explained, in the process of learning how to play soccer. And so I expect that when you go back to your clubs, you talk about this with your fellow coaches and explain the importance of the functional training that will help us develop well-rounded players in the future.